Hey everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people and huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. The air is absolutely crackling today. I think it's a combination of the guides that are around, but also the fact we are expecting an electrical storm later this afternoon. So what I'm going to have a quick look at, of course, heart goes to those in Syria and Turkey at the moment, still facing this devastating earthquake. Australia is assembling teams of especially trained search and rescue firefighters to be sent over. May have already gone already, along with the humanitarian aid that we have sent. So it is heartening to see the world coming together in this devastating time, as we know that humanity can. On that topic, went and saw Avatar, the second movie, yesterday. Oh my goodness, what a fantastic movie. Then came home and watched the first Avatar, and honestly the second one is from an empath point of view is so much better. And yes, I cried. Yes, I got really angry in parts. Yes, I felt heart hopeful, but boy, it was a real reflection on social commentary at this time and reflection on this era of change we're going through. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at, so yes, I can recommend it. It's 3 hours, but if you're expecting here's the characters, bam bam, have a fight, solve solution, that's not the movie for you. There is a lot of character development in this movie which is necessary for the movie, and as a book reader I found it absolutely fabulous. Right, what I'm going to have a quick look at, that was my little plug, soapbox, no vested interest, just thought it was a great movie. I'm going to have a look at in this particular reading, and try and do this really quickly, is, when is Trump going to just disappear? He came out yesterday with his own State of the Union speech, which apparently was an absolute dog's breakfast, to say the least. Incoherent, aggressive, bullying, blather, you name it. Apparently he's really cheesed off at the fact that he was not invited to a big GOP donor do and donor function, and he's come back and he has actually started attacking DeSantis directly as well, personally. So I haven't watched Biden's State of the Union speech. I have heard it was fantastic, that he really played the GOP like a fiddle and lined them up and knocked them down, in that he exposed them, basically exposed what they had put in writing as what their intentions were, of which on the floor they were in complete denial about, yelling out. God, talk about kids in a sandbox fighting over a Tonka truck. And basically put them in a position where they can't touch Social Security and can't touch Medicare, because they had put it out there. Biden exposed them as putting it out there, and it's now out there for everybody to see, and they were denying it, that they were intending to do so. So yeah, I've heard it's a fantastic speech. Cheap seats yelling out as usual. Okay, Trump going away. Now, while I was shuffling, I was doing a quick shuffle beforehand. I was waiting for my daughter to finish in the kitchen, and this fell out. This is my Trump org card. Always has been. It's the intergenerational money. So I'll keep shuffling and just have a look at the energies he's in at the moment. Trump org is going down big time. The next court case isn't until October for Trump org, I believe, but I read the other day Weiselberger's got plenty more to share. I have read time and again that Ivanka has thrown her father and her brothers under the bus, literally under the bus, in an attempt to protect herself and her children. As far as she's concerned, Jared can go look after himself. So yeah, very interesting dynamics going on there. Trump is not coping very well with all that has... Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Anyhow, let's have a look. If you want to have a look at any of those past readings, just put in the search section the name that you're after, and something will pop up. Okay, show me the energies of Trump at the moment. Thank you. Let's have a look. Also interesting to see that Roberts is in hot water, which is something I had read on several times if you look at SCOTUS readings. Okay, the Guru. It's the Hierophant in other decks. So what we're looking at here is the authorities. This is the energy. This is going to be his energies that we're looking at here, what he is up to. So we've got the authorities coming forward with a lot of negative messaging. So this is the energies that he's stewing at the moment. The reason why I say negative energies, negative messaging, is because the wands in this particular deck are facing downwards. So it is a bit of a downward spiral. Love that there's the 3 butterflies there. So we're talking about a transformation coming through as well. What's going on behind the scenes? Well, the Emperor, here's Trump himself. This is the patriarchal, my way or the highway. Control under investigation, the light being shone. He's also feeling very isolated, peering into the dark. He doesn't know which way to turn. Okay, lashing out is what the boys are telling me. So there's a couple of meanings to this card. One of them is shining the light on what is occurring. So it can be investigation, but it's also isolation. And isolation and introspection are the 3. So there are 3 eyes: investigation, isolation, and introspection. I don't think he's introspecting at all. He never looks inwards to see whether it's actually him to blame for his predicaments. So this is very much feeling isolated and peering into the dark, not knowing which way to turn. Okay, thank you. Hadn't noticed it on this deck. If you look at the bottom, this particular figure, he doesn't have a path. He's just standing on this mound. So it's not even a path forward. I have other decks where there's a path with a snake on it, or there are stairs or something like this. There is literally no path forward. So he's in the dark trying to find a way forward. Interesting that it's 2 major arcana. Out of the 4, we've got 3 major arcana so far. What's going to come out of this? The old bombshell out of stage left is coming forward. Something really unexpected. Information coming forward that is just really unexpected and going to surprise even us old cynics. About the abuse of power. Why am I not surprised? The abuse of power. This is the sabotage, betrayal, win at all cost, abuse of power. So that's what's coming for him in the moment. Okay, the energies hanging over him at the moment, or the karma hanging over him, is the circles of support. That's an interesting one. Out in the cold. He is okay, we'll read these 2 cards together. So we've got the 3 of Cups, which is celebration and circles of support, but then we've got the 5 of Pentacles, which is literally abandoned and shut out into the cold. It's also my moral corruption card. But I think what's happened is, basically, if we read these together, is his circle of support, including his family, have abandoned him. Now, I had this purest vision of Trump quite a long time ago, 12 months ago, perhaps even longer than that. It was him literally sitting like this in a armchair, but it was a vinyl armchair, it wasn't a leather one, fiddling with the piping that was on the seam of the arm in what looked like a not a retirement home, a nursing home. It wasn't a upmarket one, but it wasn't a dreg either. Fiddling with the piping, the seam piping of it, muttering away to himself, drooling but also muttering away about, literally he was blaming everybody for his predicament, but he was quite senile at that stage with dementia. He had no family, no friends, no visitors, and basically no money. There was somebody who was paying for his stay in this nursing home, but he was there still blathering away to himself, muttering away to himself about how it was all everybody else's fault. Now, quite what was everyone else's fault? But it was actually incredibly sad. And this is what this karma is showing me, is that he is being abandoned by all those that have supported him in the past. Now, the outcome, we have the voter, Russia, or new beginning. And we'll keep going with this. I'll see where it is. Anxiety for him, and the truth moving on. Yeah, okay. So we have the Ten of Cups, an emotional ending, but it is also a celebration card. It's about the families. It's about the voting people having moved on, and they have moved on. More and more are moving on from this shite show that's happening in the house as well, as it's being exposed. So it's new beginnings. He's in a lot of anxiety as the truth comes forward towards a new light. He's the major prosecutor, the Biden administration. Yeah, major prosecutor while the Biden administration is there. What have I got on the base? Yeah, nothing really. I mean, it ends in the Justice card, the 4 cards on the bottom, but it's not really adding anything to this story. So this is him behind the scenes. This is what's coming out for him in the immediate future. This is the karma over him, and this is the outcome, is that the voter is moved on to a new start. The truth. He's really anxious about the truth coming forward. The truth is going to be packed up and moved towards a new horizon under the prosecutions during the Biden administration, is what I'm getting. So nothing particularly dramatic there. I have never seen him in jail. I'm sorry. But I personally seem to think that the fact that he's going to end up completely alone, completely penniless. Junior and Eric are really going to struggle. Ivanka won't, but Junior and Eric tied their wagon completely 100% to Trump org. They don't have anything. Eric will be somewhat okay because Lara, I believe, is wealthy in her own right, but Junior's really, he's going to get sucked right down with his father because he has nothing other than Trump org. Whereas Eric's got Lara's money, Ivanka's got her own money, and half of Jared's, however you like to put that. But Don Jr.'s going away. He may even go to prison as well. But for Trump himself, I've never seen him going to prison, and I'm not upset about that because I'd rather the ending that I see for him than him becoming a martyr in jail. So the ending I see is literally penniless, abandoned, and a bitter, blathering idiot sitting in a chair. Sitting in a vinyl armchair with nobody paying any attention to him, which I think is more satisfactory for me. Okay, let's have a quick look. We'll go very quickly. It's going to happen quicker than you think. He's not going to make it to 24. End of this year potentially. I'm thinking his marbles are going to go before he even gets to the before he gets to the end of the year, before he gets to the major court case. Okay, let's have a quick look. Right, Ace of Wands. Big stick, new start. Here he is, challenged by Trump and how he perceives himself. So he's going to try and reinvent himself, but he's his own worst enemy. Yeah. Three of Swords, the all-seeing eye, and heartbreak, despair, loss, you name it, is the energies that he's stewing in. Ooh, okay, I'll grab pendulum in a minute. In the past, something unexpected being exposed on the emotional level, but also emotional. Okay, thank you. I'm getting emotional instability. Usually the cups are, King and Queen of Cups are emotionally stable, calm, cool, collective. But the fact that the cup is here, she's staring at this cup without its lid being taken off, I'm getting the emotionally unstable. Crowning this reading, the King of Wands. So again, we've got judges, lawmakers, immediate future. Yeah, it's about this abuse of power. Externally for him, it's all about the money and the living the life of luxury. He doesn't know any different. He's in this gilded cage. So what have we got here? The Nine of Pentacles. He's in this gilded cage, listening to the yes men, surrounded by the trappings of wealth, but not living in reality, is what I'm getting. So it's externally. Internally for him, disappointment. Four of Cups, disappointment with what's on offer. This is him being really cheesed at not getting the invite to the donor function. Hopes and fears, complete and utter downfall. Outcome, the Guru, the Hierophant, which is the authorities, looking into the dark money, a message in regards to the money coming forward, and then the Ace of Swords piercing the crown, and karma coming and biting him on the bum. At the base we have the Knight of Swords, which is the harsh truth coming forward, judgment, literally judgment, in regards to partnerships and agreements. Now I'm just going to grab pendulum for a minute and have a look, see whether it'll answer for me. I'll just take this knot out. Doesn't like knots in the chain. Need the energies to flow straight and true. Come on, come on. Right, there we go. Okay, lots of swinging power. Eyes closed. Morning, guys. Can I ask a question, please? Can I ask a question? Will Trump be mentally stable to stand trial? Okay, I'll put it a different way. Will Trump lose his marbles by the end of year, Northern Hemisphere, winter solstice? Will Trump lose his marbles by... Will he start to lose it? Will he be in a condition where he can't stand trial because of his... And that's a yes. That's a definite yes. Can you tell me, please? Can I ask a question? Is Donald Trump Sr. on a downward path mentally during the immediate future period before the winter solstice? Is he on? And that's a definite yes as well. Okay. It's going to be a wild ride, as he knows. He's scared. Expect more to come out, more ranting, raving, but don't worry, he's not going to be making it to 24 in the slightest. In fact, he will be barely making it to the end of this year. If he's not competent enough to stand trial, then gonna be interesting. Okay, thank you for joining me. Take care, look after yourselves. Bye bye.